Hello and welcome to the channel, and on today's video I'm going to show you how you can play your Xbox games on an iPhone using Xcloud. This includes over 100 Xbox games from launch with the promise of more. So Xcloud has been available on Android, but very recently, yesterday in fact, it launched on the iPhone in its beta stage to anyone, not just those that get invited. So in this video I'm going to show you three things. One, how to set up the software and play all your Xbox games. I'm going to sign in with my Xbox credentials. Two, I'm going to show you a piece of hardware to improve your experience. This is the GameSir X2 Bluetooth mobile gaming controller. And three, I'm going to show you some gameplay footage. So join me as I show you how you can play Horizon 4, Gears and more on the iPhone via Xcloud. Welcome down onto the tech desk, and as we said in the introduction, we're going to be looking at playing Game Pass Xbox games on our iPhones using Xcloud. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, everything I say at the time of recording is correct. Okay, so go and have a look at the date on this video, everything is correct. So the price of Game Pass, the software used, the hardware used, it's all correct at the time of recording. So what is it then? What we're going to be doing is we're going to be logging into our Xbox Game Pass Ultimate onto our iPhones and playing our Xbox games on our iPhones using a hardware controller. So we're going to split this video up into three parts. First part is we're going to quickly go through a little unboxing and talk about this controller. Then we're going to quickly talk about how to set up Xcloud on your iPhone. That doesn't take long at all. And then thirdly, we're going to look at a couple of games and hopefully get into some gameplay. But really it is, first up, network dependent. I did a test this morning, 35 down, 15 up, 20-second ping, and it really is network dependent. That was okay to run some games, but I'm 3 floors away from my router and it didn't run Forza up here. I need to go downstairs to be able to run Forza. So if you've got a decent connection, then go for it. If your connection is a bit ropey, I'm not sure this is going to be great because it is still in beta stage. This works for the iPhone and the iPad, and you can use any controller you like. It's just I've got this one to test out because I think this is absolutely fantastic. Okay then, so crack on then, let's talk about this then. This is the GameSir X2 Bluetooth mobile gaming controller. There are two types of X2. There's one for the Android and this particular one works with the iPhone. And the reason I got this one is because it is fantastic. I mean, when you get out of the box, you get a nice case with the GameSir X2 logo on it, black material with the beautiful red zip and the GameSir written on the zips. Beautiful. And then when you open it up, accessories box, the controller itself, which is held in by a bit of elastic, and a netting there that you can put kind of like your cables in. There's a cable in there, you can put some bits in. And once you take it out, you'll see inside there it's nice and velvet there to keep it nice and smooth and scratch free. Love it. So love the case. I'll leave links down below where you can get hold of this and get everything else. Go and have a look down in the description for everything. Let's talk about the accessories first. So the accessories box, as you'd expect if you've had any GameSir products before, is a sticker. So first of all, you get a GameSir sticker, you get a little booklet about the company and how to contact them and stuff. Great. And then you also get a user manual to be able to connect it to your phone. And then lastly, these two, there's cable. I never use the cables out of the boxes. I keep these for Sunday best because I've got a USB Type-C there. And these are concave thumbstick covers. I've got the convex ones on. You can have concave ones if you like. Brilliant. So the controller itself, nice and light, and it does extend. It extends to about 17 to 17.5 centimeters. So if you've got something that long that can fit in there, no problem at all. And it has rubber bits down here to grip your phone and a rubber back plate there, so you know there's going to be no scratching because it is predominantly plastic. Always light grey is plastic, rubber, and then if you flip it over, it's got a couple of really comfy rubber grips there for when you're holding your phone. I really like that. Asymmetrical sticks, as you'd expect, with the red and blue accents, lovely. The D-pad, that's nice and clicky, and then it's got 4 buttons here. So these 4, but we're going to ignore all these because these are for a more in-depth review of when we talk about mobile gaming. These are kind of that, so you can kind of ignore them if you're going to be using the Xbox. And then we've got YX, B and A, and the triggers here, so L1, R1, L2 and R2, and these are digital, so there's no travel on them at all. Okay, they're digital both sides. Then what you do is you get your phone, you pop it in the side there, stretch it out, put it in, and it's gripped in there nicely. And then you just play it that. So if you're playing Apple Arcade games, exactly the same, you just play it like that. And the way you connect it is via Bluetooth. So you set up Bluetooth searching on your phone, and you turn this on by pressing the home button here, which is next to the USB Type-C, and you turn it on, and this will start flashing over here. Okay, so green means it's on, green flashing means it's charging, and the one above that is for the connection, and that goes different colors. Okay, what you're looking to do is get it for iPhone is purple, and the way you do that is you hold B and you hold home, and that will start flashing purple. And then you go onto your phone and you connect to it. Do not connect to the one, when it will come up as GameSir controller. You don't connect to that one. If this doesn't work, it will be because you've connected to the GameSir controller. If you don't connect that, you connect to Xbox wireless controller. So you look for Xbox wireless controller in your Bluetooth settings, connect to that, and then every time you turn it on, you'll have a solid purple light and a solid green light. And I know now that my phone is connected to this via Bluetooth. And what we'll do is we'll quickly pop it in, because I just wanted to show you the size of it. There, so for comparison, I've got a Nintendo Switch here. So there's a Switch, and there's that. It's just a bit smaller than the Switch. Clearly, if you're going to have a bigger phone, it's going to stretch out further, but that's about the size. So it's a little bit smaller than a Nintendo Switch. That was a brief look at the hardware side of it. Now we're going to go on to the software side. And what you're going to do is you need to sign into your Xbox Game Pass on your phone. And the way you do that is, if I sign out so we can show you, all you do is you go to xbox.com/play. Okay, xbox.com/play, hit go, and you'll be presented with this screen. So here you either need to join Ultimate or sign in. If you join the Ultimate, as I said, at the time of recording, it's £1 or $1 for 3 months, which is excellent value. But I'm going to sign in with my Xbox credentials. Okay, so sign in. Then once you've signed in, you'll be presented with the screen, and down the bottom, once it comes up, there we go, it says tap the share and then add to home screen. So do that, because it's dead handy, because what you're left with is that icon on there, and you don't need to go into Safari and do xbox.com/play every time. You just simply click that, and it will sign you into this screen. And this is it. This is your Xbox home screen with all the games that are available. There's two types of games. There's games that can play with controller, and there's games that can play with touch. The ones that play with touch have this little hand icon, so obviously these are all playing with touch. But if I go up here, so Minecraft Dungeons there, can you see that little icon down the bottom left there? That means you can't use a controller, you need to use touchscreen. All the others, so Sea of Thieves is touchscreen, Ark is controller, Just Cause 4 is controller, Steep controller, Rainbow Six Siege Deluxe Edition controller. And then all you do is you click on the game you want, and it will load. I've played Horizon Forza a couple of times. It really is quite inconsistent. So sometimes I've hit that and it's taken probably 20-25 seconds to load up. Other times it's taken minutes and I still haven't got there. So it is very dependent, but that is quite a data heavy game. So things like Terraria, that's not going to be very data heavy. So we can click that, and what happens is it goes to this beta screen. And this will sit here like this for a while until it's loaded up, and it says they're setting up your stream, and then it says kind of like a spaceship, and it says beta, and then that spaceship flies off once it's loaded up. Again, this is network dependent. I guess this is game dependent as well, because Terraria isn't much data, whereas Forza is going to be a lot more. So we know now that we're in there, so let's put this into the controller. And as you can see, you've got your Xbox logo. If you want to press that, you get to your Xbox menu. And then tap A to continue on Terraria. And there we are, we're in. Okay, I keep saying this, but network dependent on the lag as well. There's no lag from the controller to the phone, no lag whatsoever, but there might be in the game depending on your network. Okay, so and all you do to go back is you just press the Xbox button there and hit quick game, and then change it to quick game, and then it will go back to your Xbox screen and you can choose another game. There you have it then. That was a look at the GameSir X2 controller and how to sign in to your Xbox on your iPhone. Dead easy, dead cheap if you go and have a look at the links below for the £1 or $1. Perfect. Get going on it. But as I keep saying, you're going to need pretty much decent internet at the moment. Hopefully it gets better. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to show you a bit of gameplay. So there we have it then, that was my look at this. This is the X2 adapter from GameSir running Xcloud, the Xbox. What do you think? It really is network dependent, is it? As you saw in the gameplay there, Forza ran quite well. Monster Hunter World was a bit laggy, and then Doom was just unplayable, unfortunately. And that was me sat next to my router with quite good internet speeds. Okay, so let me know down in the comments below. Are you going to pick this up? If you've got an iPhone and if you've got Game Pass, you might as well give it a try because it doesn't cost you anything further. So give it a go. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do stick a thumbs up, it'd be much appreciated. And if you're new, do subscribe. And until the next video, bye-bye.